The following is a presentation of TFNN. Trade what you see with Larry Pesavento. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648 or internationally at 727-445-1044. Now, Larry Pesavento.
Okay, looking good, Billy Ray. Feeling good. It's not so happy a day here at the Duke & Duke offices here on 100 South Broad in Philadelphia. I got news last night that one of my good friends and old customers from Drexel Burnham, Leroy Linhart, one of the best coin dealers on the planet, is on his last days. He's only got a few more days left. I tried to talk to him last night, but he was unable to. He was in a coma. His kidneys have given out, but what a lot of memories I have. I have to share some of these with you. One of my most famous with him was in 1978. We were in Lake Tahoe, Nevada at a Bitcoin convention. And basically I provided security for these guys because I was licensed. I had a concealed permit, and I was licensed to carry out, excuse me for the interference here. I was licensed to carry concealed weapons, and I knew a little bit about weapons. So I was a mini security, which that's like telling Chuck Connors to work in a nursing home. However, we were there for a convention. It was a big snowstorm, unbelievable in October in Reno, and so it was about 10 o'clock at night, and we were at a crap table, and this man and woman came up, and it was Arnold Palmer and his wife Winnie, and we shot craps with him for about an hour, and we asked him if he would join us for dinner, because we had dinner up at the real expensive French restaurant at the top of the hotel there, and we had a wonderful dinner, and we had some champagne and wine. I mean, the bill must have been, there were 7 of us, and the bill must have been close to $2,500, and we went to pay it, and the maitre d' looked at us, and he said, "You've got to be kidding." And I said, "What do you mean?" He said, "Your money's no good here." He said, Mr. Palmer's already picked up the check, and we couldn't believe it. But what a class act he was. But let me tell you the story about this is, you're going to like this story, folks. This goes back to a lot of memories. In 1974, a man in Carson City, Nevada, passed away. His name was Laverne Redfield. He had the greatest silver dollar collection of all time. In fact, he had one of the greatest coin collections and also weapons collections of all time. He was a recluse. In 1976, the estate had been settled, and one of the coin dealers in Los Angeles, Steve Markoff, who ran A-Mark Coins, bought the collection for, we don't know exactly, we think somewhere around $10 million. It was reported at $7.1 million, but I think it was a lot more than that. But I received a call in the afternoon once that we had to go to Reno, and I could make $1,000 up and $1,000 down for 2 days. That was 1974. This was before my days. In fact, I just started at Drexel. I hadn't even started at Drexel yet. It was still in the spring of '76, and I started there in July. So we went up to the Redfield's home, which was a mansion, but not nearly the types of mansion you might think of with a man like that. But he had a tremendous collection of stuff. And down in the basement, it was an old coal bin. This was a house that was built in the 1890s probably. There were bags and bags of silver dollars, and each silver dollar bag weighs about 56 pounds. Well, we went up in a van. There were 4 of us. There was myself, Leroy Linhart, Bob Dolmillion, and Bobby Hughes. Those of you that have ever bought a coin that has a plastic case over it, you know, the PCGS, the Professional Coin Grading System, and also they have the ANA, but But Bobby Hughes was the man who worked for Steve Markoff, and he was the one that said that started the Pacific, or professional coin grading service. So that's what the way dealers make money in the coin market is it's by sliders. In other words, they rate these by MS, and MS 56 or MS 60, MS 65. If you buy an MS 60 coin and it grades at MS 65, you probably doubled your money, and that's how they did this. Well, anyway, the collection that Markoff bought was there were about 27 bags and each of them 56 pounds, so it was 1,000 pounds. And and I won't tell you the whole story, but one of those bags paid for the whole thing. And the rest of it was just gravy. I mean, some of those coins were so rare that you just couldn't actually believe it. Anyway, several other dealers came in through the years and made fortunes off of it, but the exact amount of the estate and everything was never published. It was supposed to be somewhere around $100 million, but boy, it made a lot of people, really, really rich. And fortunately, I was able to be the hedger for some of these guys in the silver and coin business. But believe me, they were really speculators. Their idea of was a Texas hedge, be long the cash and be long the futures, and that's the way they live. So Leroy is going to be passing away. I will tell you this, he's 72 years old. He's going to be sliding into home plate with a well-used body, because that boy lived one heck of a good life, and a really nice fellow. I'm going to miss him quite a bit. What's so funny about it is he's dying in the town where they've got a lottery ticket has been won in Chino, California. That's where the hospital is. Is where he's going to spend his last days. And his wife Tracy told me last night that she had bought 100 tickets for the lottery for him, and wouldn't be surprised. The guy's been so lucky that you wouldn't believe how lucky he was. I mean, he was just we used to play poker the third Wednesday of every night up on Mulholland Drive at the house of Mac Davis. He lived right down the street from Glenn Campbell, and he had a wonderful poker room, and he used to leave it open to us because he happened to be a friend. Mac Davis was a good friend of Leroy, and so we could use his poker room at all times. So it was funny, but the problem was Mac Davis's wife got involved with Glenn Campbell, and that broke up the marriage, but that's neither here nor there. We'll get back to the markets here in just a minute. I want to start out with one that's in the news right now, and that is Twitter. If you'll remember, we talked about this about a couple weeks ago, because this was there were two stocks that were on option plays, and these were bullish option plays. They were looking for, Twitter to go to, which was trading at about 18 at the time, to go to about 23. Well, GoPro's around 11 today, and it looks like from this chart on Twitter that this thing's heading down to $10 a share. I mean, look at the beautiful ABCD patterns that you have there. This is a chart from our good friend Jim Bartolioni, but this is what it looks like. I mean, this thing has got it's got skull and crossbones written on this puppy. I wouldn't want to be involved too much with that at this particular time. Okay, now let's talk a little bit about the stock market. We've had a good break. We've scared the heck out of everybody. I want to show you a chart that tells you that the stock market's not ready to collapse yet. I think it's getting ready for this real quiet 3-day rally that we've been going on for quite some time. Look at the VIX index, folks. With the stock market down almost 400 points yesterday, the VIX index couldn't even take out the highs of the week. Hello, Federal. Something's wrong here. Duh, give me a break. Okay, we'll be right back.
TFNN is excited to offer a brand new piece of market scanning software unlike anything the industry has ever seen. John Logan and his team have spent years developing their market profile tools to finally be able to release the TAS Profile Scanner Plus. And right now you can get a 2-week trial absolutely free just by visiting TFNN.com and providing us your name and email address. The TAS Profile Scanner Plus is the premier market profile based scanner in the industry, powered by the acclaimed TAS proprietary algorithms, this feature-rich scanner is a standalone desktop software that instantly filters over 2,500 global financial markets such as stocks, ETFs, commodity futures, and Forex. Within 3 minutes of signing up, you can have the software downloaded and running on your computer with a complete roadmap of market indicators and inflection points to trade off using the TAS Profile Scanner Plus. Sign up today and try this amazing piece of software by visiting TFNN.com.
Many of our new listeners have heard about the Tiger's Den, but wondered, what exactly is it? The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of your favorite TFNN shows, plus see all the charts as they happen live during those shows and have access to all those charts. You can test drive the Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days. It will greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets. Details on the Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com.
The Path of Least Resistance is David White's daily trading newsletter, and if you're looking for active trading ideas, then now's a perfect time for a 30-day free trial to this powerful daily trading advisory service. David uses his years of trading experience to offer his subscribers his trading ideas each morning in his Path of Least Resistance newsletter. Using a combination of equity trades along with options, David keeps his subscribers up to date with all pertinent market information with intraday afternoon updates when warranted. Don't miss out on this great chance to get a 30-day free trial to David's daily newsletter, The Path of Least Resistance, with no obligation to pay anything. David has been delivering solid recommendations for his subscribers recently, and if you'd like to see the type of newsletter he delivers every morning, then visit the front page of TFNN, and you'll find The Path of Least Resistance under Trading Newsletters. For all the details and to start your 30-day free trial today, log on to TFNN.com now.
Tiger TV is an exciting way to experience TFNN programming. See high-definition video giving you crystal clear charts, as well as seeing some of the faces of TFNN's highly acclaimed financial experts with crisp, full-fidelity sound. Catch Tom O'Brien, John Logan, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, Larry Pesavento, Think or Swim, David White, Andy Hecht, and Daryl Martin in crystal clear, high-definition audio and video. Tiger TV, exclusively at TFNN.com. Larry takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Okay, we're back, and we have a caller from Massachusetts. Pat, are you there?
Yeah, I'm there. How you doing?
I'm good. What can I do for you?
Yeah, do you know who the fifth highest earning golfer was last year?
Probably Arnold Palmer.
That's right. And you know how much he made? He made, you don't have to worry about him picking up a dinner check. He made $40 million last year.
Yeah, things when we got to spend about 3 hours with him, but we all got autographs and pictures, and it's one of my most treasured autographs and pictures that I have. I have one of myself with Sandy Koufax and my two little kids. But when Arnold Palmer writes his autograph, he takes a long time to write it out, just like so you can read it very clearly. You look at Tiger Woods, it looks like a chicken scratch, but right. Arnie writes it out, and he writes a salutation too. You know, thanks for a wonderful time. I mean, he's just really a class act. That's all there is to it. He's just a nice guy.
They were going to drop the Golf Channel, but he said, no, I think we need to run it a little longer. I think it'll eventually catch on. And it has.
Yeah, for sure. That's for sure. Well, thank you for that thought. But I sure like the man. He was a good man. His wife was a real sweetheart too. She's just as sweet as could be.
Thank you for all your hard work. I really enjoy your show and all your charts, graphs, and information.
Well, I'm going to be a little late getting the check to you this week because I've been doing the scale down buying here in the S&P this week. So, hey, listen, happy holidays to you, Pat.
Same to you. Bye now.
You bet. Okay, the first chart we're going to look at in the interest rate is the Treasury notes. Here's another reason, along with that VIX index, is telling us that this stock market rally is probably getting ready to happen here. And I don't know if it's going to be just a 2 or 3 day rally or what. The market is so bearish on a technical basis that it is really unbelievable. But we stopped exactly at the 61% retracement yesterday in the Treasury notes. We went to the 786 retracement in in the Treasury bonds. But folks, this market, if you look at just the overall structure of the market, it's really, really very, very negative. Now, I'm not sure how much the rally is going to be. I think we're going to go down into the middle of January, or 2 more weeks down into January, and that's another reason why I think we're going to be heading lower. I wanted to show you the Dow Jones Transports chart because it'll give you an idea of how bad the market is. And here again, you're going to be something, if you like these Fibonacci numbers, you're going to see something here that that is important, and that is that the long-term 1.618 expansion over the last year was hit yesterday in the transportations down there at the 66.89 level, which happened to be the exact low, and there's also a real sharp ABCD from November into January, so we'll be looking at it. The astro date that I'm looking at is the one that we got from our good friend Shane Smolian from wolftrader.net, and that is a date of January the 27th. That's the date that we have some really significant astro things coming in. The problem is that we're in an area where the transits that we're looking at here are all very, very negative, and that's one of the reasons why when you get these rallies, and we got a 50-handle rally in the S&P that lasted 23 hours. I mean, hello folks. I mean, that's that's a very, very bearish scenario. And if you look at this, just another reason here, just to show you at the major support, and believe me, if this major support doesn't hold, you can imagine where some of this stuff might go. But I wanted to bring up the DAX first. Let's just do the we'll do the where is the DAX? Come on, Larry, you put this thing in here. Where is it? Well, I can't find it. I don't know where it is. I got 35 of these things on here, and we'll see what happens. Anyway, we want to look here at the potential support that we have here in the market on a short-term basis, and then on a long-term basis. You'll see that we are down right near those old lows that we made back in August in the S&P. Now, we've broken through those substantially in the New York Stock Exchange Index. We've shown you that several times, and we're doing exactly the same thing, nearly exactly. I'm going to do this because I prepared this last night, but we're doing almost exactly the same thing that we did in 2008. If you'll take a look at this, the S&P, after we broke the highs, this is a weekly chart, of course, but after we broke those highs, and where I think we are now is I think we're near, that taking out that double bottom the second time is what we've done. And I think we're in the midst of we could get a little bit of a bounce here of a week or two, maybe not. And we could also, drop dramatically. I think we're going down big time. And one of the worst things you can do if you're in a position and you lose your position and you're not in it when it falls down, I mean, that's just, that's about as most frustrating thing as you can. But we're following along the similarities of what happened. And if you remember this 20-minute line, if we go back and we look at what our good friend Jim Bartolioni showed us, you're going to see this exact same line. And this is what we're viewing, you see. And now we've taken out those lows from August already. So this market's going down, folks. The question is, the rallies most probably will be hidden. In other words, they'll go up 30, down 20, up 40, down 10, and each time it's starting to make lower highs as they go. And that's the kind of market that it's death by 1,000 cuts if you're long, because you keep hearing the people on CNBC that the bottom is here, the bottom is here. Now, when we do get a bottom, and we will get one either today or maybe it's going to be on the 27th of January, I'm not sure, but nobody else is either, we will get a really good rally of about 3 to 5 weeks. Folks, that's the come to Jesus rally, because if you don't get out on that one, and if you're still long, you're going to be in big trouble, because this market has earmarks of going far, far lower than many people can think, and that's the real key. So remember that. We looked at the I want to go to the interest rates again here because someone's asked me about the TBT, and as you can see here, on the chart here for a TBT, we are at really major support here, down here at this 41 level in the TBT. It's got a 3 drive to a bottom pattern over the last few days. The question is we could easily melt down from this level, and bonds could, rally even higher. So if it's a flight to quality, but we're not seeing that flight to quality in the markets right now. We see that in the VIX index. There's no flight to quality there. And then we're also seeing it in the Treasury bond and the Treasury notes, that there's not a flight to quality there either. So this is telling you that we're probably getting ready for a bounce, and whether it's just going to be a real quiet one, like I think we will get, similar to what we got in 2008, it'll just go up a day or two and then roll over. But if you look at the overall structure of the market, what's really happening, boy, you have to be really, really scary to be long in here. Now, I wanted to share you a little bit about Asia, because the Chinese market did not fall apart last night, and I wanted to show you the Hang Seng market, because we'll show it to you right here, and you'll see that it hit the exact number. It closed at 19,800. Be right back. God willing.
Larry Pesavento has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened, and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date, active trading information that will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters. In quiet markets, investors search for new trading opportunities. We'd like to introduce you to a new product that provides opportunities even in flat markets. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a new and innovative Chicago-based exchange registered with the Commodity Futures Trading Commission, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their trading platform. Nadex never charges a fee to use their platform, which even includes real-time charts and full customization capability. Nadex's unique short-term binary options allow traders and investors to capitalize on strategies even when the underlying markets are quiet. Nadex's innovation has allowed them to come up with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com, or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors.
Platinum, grains, crude oil, gold, copper, cattle, hogs, gasoline, natural gas, coffee, cotton, cocoa, and sugar. These are just some of the commodities mentioned in the most recent issue of Andy Hecht's Techno-Mental Commodity Report. Andy publishes his weekly newsletter every Thursday morning, where he breaks down the commodity market and provides his subscribers with specific trading recommendations based on his trading methodology. By signing up for a free trial to the Techno-Mental Commodity Report, you'll get a full 30 days to try out this powerful newsletter service and see for yourself the types of trades Andy has recommended for his subscribers. When you sign up for a 30-day free trial, you're under no obligation to pay anything. And should you decide to continue, you will lock in the low rate of only $79 a month. Sign up right now for the Techno-Mental Commodity Report and make sure you're ready to catch the next big trade in commodities. For more information and to get started today, visit the front page of TFNN.com. This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Okay, we're back, folks, and let's talk a little bit about the crude oil market here, because we had something very unusual happen in the crude oil market yesterday. For the first time ever, Brent North Sea crude traded at a discount to West Texas Intermediate, and that is very, very unusual because Brent is a premium oil, much cleaner supposedly than the WTI. I'm going to get our friend from Houston, Texas, that we had on a few months ago, a good friend of Rich Anderson, who does this type of thing. But I think a really good trade for those of you that are sophisticated is to buy West Texas crude and to sell Brent North Sea. No, let's do that the other way around. You want to buy North Sea crude oil, which is the premium oil, and sell the West Texas crude at the same price. In other words, you're going long North Sea oil, and you're going short the WTI. What you're expecting is it doesn't make any difference whether the market goes up or down. You're expecting the premium on Brent Sea to increase. So that's what that is about. So that's something for, only for professionals. But let's watch that, because that could be a real key point, because not many people have talked about it. Yesterday in the news, they talked about crude going below $30 a barrel, and it did not do it in WTI. It only did it in the Brent North Sea. And when I saw that, I couldn't believe that they were the same price. I don't trade Brent. I do WTI, but this is a really good chance here, I think, for a spreading opportunity, because the market is certainly oversold, and the margin on that is going to be relatively small. So by buying the Brent North Sea crude and selling the West Texas Intermediate, that could be a really interesting. We'll watch that, because if that spread starts to move, it was out at $15 at one time. In other words, $15,000 a contract more to hold West Texas, to hold Brent North Sea crude than it did WTI. So we'll watch that. There's all kinds of spreading opportunities, and that's one of the things that Rich Anderson absolutely excels in, are those spreading opportunities. We've had several questions about the grain market. We had the report on Tuesday. We had a little bit of a bounce. The market backed off. It's staying in the same area. I think we got a chance in here in the next 2 weeks to have a nice pattern forming to get us a place to possibly buy the grains. But right now, it just doesn't look like it has the I mean, there's just so many things happening in the other markets that make it look so really, really good. Like the Canadian dollar, because the Canadian dollar, has continued to go higher. Today we made a 1.618 expansion up there at the 144 level. In the Canadian, we backed off about 80 pips from that level, but it's still relatively early in the morning. But we are in an area where we could get some pretty good things here, bouncing around. So we'll see what's going to happen. But my personal opinion, just looking at it as a technician, is that we've come down, we've broken below the key level at 1894. We broke through that. We got down to 1876. We rallied back up to the 1899 level. And folks, if you trade the E-mini S&P, all you have to do in these bear markets is to look for the A, B, C, D patterns, the thunderbolt patterns. I mean, they happen all the time. Sometimes they're 10 points, sometimes they're 20 points, but you'll see them and they're very, very clear. We had one last night that took it right up to 1093, and what did we do? We immediately dropped another 15 points, down to the 1078 level, and that sets up another one. So we should have some pretty strong resistance back at that old high at 1900. So watch 1900 as a possible spot for a sale in the E-mini S&P, because when these markets open higher, I mean, look what it did yesterday. It opened higher, and we cautioned you about this, because we had made the 382 retracement before. We couldn't even make the 382 retracement in the cash, folks. We didn't make it because it was a late opening, and that by then it was all over. When we got up to that 1940 area, got the high as 44.5, but literally it's got really going down again. Someone's asked me to post that chart again. Yeah, just give me 1 second here. It takes a little time to get it up here, but I'll get it up here and bring it here so you'll be able to take a quick look at it. And believe me, this is all experimental stuff that we're dealing here. We've done a lot of research on it, but frankly, we've got some really good things that look interesting. In fact, I've got Jim Twentyman talking to Shane now about some ideas regarding the speeds of some of these planets, because that was the stuff that George Baer worked on, so very, very vividly. So watch the price today of around 1900, and plus or minus 4 or 5 points, because these markets jump around quite a bit. But that would be a really good spot. These markets are heading lower, folks. I mean, just look at the wide range bars down. I would post the chart for the breadth index, but it's a joke. I mean, it looks like a coconut falling out of a tree. It's the straight line down. I mean, new lows. I mean, it looks really, really bad. And when you see some of these stocks that used to be in favor, like Twitter and GoPro, that are getting, absolutely hammered, and there's going to be others, along the way. Hey, we've been through this game before, folks. Like Yogi said, dance with the girl that brung you there. If you remember back in 2000, we had all those stocks, CMGI, Juniper Networks, Sycamore Networks. I remember all those stocks. I mean, they were all $100 stocks, and many of them went to Tapioca City, so I don't know if some of these are going to do it this time, because, the technical stuff is a little different, but many of them are overpriced. I mean, we had a taco stand selling for $700 a share. Hello. I remember JDSU. That was another one. Global Crossing, one of the old Milken lieutenants, Gary Winnick's favorite company, which was a total farce. Why he didn't go to jail still is a mystery to me. So we'll see what's happening. But we're going to get these good short covering rallies, and that's usually what they'll be. But they usually don't last very long, and then they start back down again. And you can tell by the wide-ranging bars on the way down. After the buying is done and the selling starts, boom, it's gone. I mean, it's just like it never even happened, the rally. And that's a sign that the market is, incredibly very, very weak. And that's a characteristic of bear markets. And most of you folks have never seen a bear market. I mean, if you've been around for just a few years, we haven't had a bear market other than that little 3-month retracement back in July of 2011. So we'll have to, see how it ends up. But 1900 should bring in some pretty good resistance if it does get that high, and that's always a question of whether we're going to get that high or not. Now let's talk a little bit about the gold and silver. Crude oil has still held higher bottoms here during this time. I really think that's a real trade that you got to keep an eye on. If you don't want to trade crude, you might want to take a look at the Canadian dollar. That's a proxy for being long the oil market, but everybody is lopsided that thing, folks. I mean, I know the heating oil has made new lows and gasoline has made new lows. That's bad, but the heating oil, the West Texas crude is still holding up. So keep an eye on this. But this stock market is, man, it looks like a dead quail. 877-927-6648.
Today, it's hard to tell if the economy is coming or going. Regardless, I want my money going in the direction I choose. If that's your stance as well, then you want to know how Everbank can help keep your money thriving just the way you want. Is growing your money a priority? Everbank is committed to a yield pledge promise to pay high yields on your checking, money market, and CD balances. Looking to diversify? Everbank ingeniously developed accessible ways to spread your money around the world into foreign currencies and even non-FDIC insured metals. And when it comes to your wealth, they bring a highly experienced and global perspective to help you manage it. Everbank's financial philosophy flies in the face of the status quo. They believe your money's performance should not be determined by today's economic circumstances, but by the drive to rise above them and create opportunities that favor your objectives. If that excites you like it does me, visit everbank.com/TFNN to find out what they can do for you. Again, that's everbank.com/TFNN. Visit them today. Everbank is a member FDIC and equal housing lender.
It's 2016 and TFNN has a brand new programming lineup to kick things off. Starting January 4th, Swim Lessons by Thinkorswim and TD Ameritrade will be airing 5 days a week at noon Eastern Time. Join hosts Scott Connor, Kevin Hinks, and Cindy Faber as they host their daily options program live at noon 5 days a week with no commercials for the entire hour. Nico DeHaan and Paige Clark will be moving their program, Living a Primal Lifestyle, to twice a week, Tuesdays and Thursdays from 7 a.m. until 8 a.m. Eastern Time. Wake up with Nico and Paige and start your day off right. The Bull Bear Binary Option Hour by Nadex will now be live Mondays and Fridays at 10 a.m. Start and end the week with the three hosts, Tom O'Brien, Tommy O'Brien, and Daryl Martin, as they break down the world of trading binary options and spreads. For all the details on the new 2016 programming lineup, visit the front page of TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors. Biotech is booming, but for how long? Whether you think the biotech bull has room to run or has run its course, trade LABU or LABD. Directions Daily S&P Biotech 3 times bull and bear ETFs. Visit directioninvestments.com/biotech today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Catch the Money Masters as they teach you the art of mastering money when it comes to trading and investing. Next on TFNN.
Okay, folks, we've had a request to take a look at the price of Apple, and I put up the weekly chart here, folks. This Apple, it's got a $75 price tag on it, as near as I can tell. All we need to do is to get Apple down about another $3 from where it is right now, and we're going to be breaking out the similar lows that we made back when the market was still bullish way back in 2013. And the 61% retracement on that low from 2013 takes it into $76 a share. That's another $23 from where it is right now. The $64 question is, when does it break it, and how long is it going to take to get to that level? So the key is, just keep an eye on it, because that's where it looks like it certainly wants to go. Now, we've also had a question about when the Macau company of Steve Wynn, and that is down near breaking new lows now, down from 254. So there's something wrong with the gambling business in China. I don't think there's any question about that. When a stock goes from 254 to 57, something is certainly not right. Now, I wanted to bring up to show you what these transits look like that we're watching right now. From the transit chart, just to get, it's the same thing as looking at what the cycles are doing. But as you can see here, we should have topped here around the 13th, as you can see that, and now we should be heading down right into the 23rd. And the real key here, if you look at this, and this is just this is just cycles, folks. Sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. When they work, you look like a hero. When they don't work, you look like a dunce. And so you got to take it's either chicken salad or chicken poop. It depends on how you mix it. But you'd be looking for a bottom here in a couple of weeks here in the market, and towards the end of January, between the 23rd and the 27th. And I focus on the 27th for a lot of different reasons. But the main thing is we want to keep an eye on this, because the market is still looking like it wants to go lower. That doesn't mean we can't close higher today and maybe even rally 20 or 30 S&P points, but we're not going to get much of a rally, because as you can see, as this market has come down, we've had rallies of over 200 Dow points that have only lasted just a few hours, and that's a characteristic of bear market, because bear market rallies, are very, very vicious. And see, folks, you folks have not been around. You haven't been exposed to a bear market. You have to go back into history and go back to see what really happened. Remember that chart that I posted from the 2008 level? You'll see that you didn't have many chances to get out of that puppy, after a certain time. Now, I don't know if we've reached that time yet or not. I think we're close, but we're very, very close to a spot where we would be looking at a market, breaking, down, substantially. We're only down 12%. I mean, that's basically nothing. People are not scared. You can see that in the VIX index. Why should they be scared? 12% is nothing. They didn't make anything last year. They're not thinking about that. But that's neither here nor there. That's what's going on at that particular time. So we'll see a pretty good idea. By the way, I bought 5 tickets for the Powerball, and so you had 5 times 6, where there are 30 different numbers. I got 4 numbers on 5 tickets, folks. So it's pretty hard to hit that puppy. Anyway. It's the only one time where you can have a chance of being a multi-billionaire, I guess. But 3 people hit it, so God bless them. I hope their lives are changed for the better. Many times the lottery winners have had really bad. You don't have to check them, Terry. The numbers, you don't have to check them because somebody else won. Yes, the SPY in the weekly, that is the that's the 2008 market, Mr. Bill. That's what that is. That's not the current market. I just wanted to show that market to show you that, well, happy birthday, Marshall. It was the day after your birthday. You won $4. Actually, Sarah won $4 3 weeks in a row in the thing. So it's really pretty good to look at. I personally believe that we're going to see a much more severe bear market than we had in 2008, because that's the end of the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 expanding triangle, and I'm looking for something under, very low price, under 7,000, under 6,000 in the Dow would be. We're going at several people, 150 and 100,000. Boy, that was good. Well, 50 and 100,000 there is pretty good. Get you even for the week, right? So, okay, all right. Someone asked a question about why I look at the Hang Seng. Well, we have many friends in Hong Kong, and we go there quite a bit, and that's why I do follow it, because it is one of the major markets in the world, and of course it's being next door to China, and China was actually up on the day. Last night, up about 3%, but you never know where that market really is, because there's so much government stuff that is happening. You never really have an idea of what's going on with the particular, market that you're watching. I still think that another question that's come in is about the crude oil. Why do I seem friendly to that? And it's making higher lows, folks. Even yesterday, the West Texas crude did not take out the previous low, and it had the most bearish numbers that you could possibly get. I mean, they were horrible numbers, and yet the market was able to turn around and still off its lows, but down on the day. But it was not a debacle like we had in heating oil, and also in gasoline, that both went, substantially lower. The crude oil did not, and crude is the product that these things are made out of. So you want to watch that very close. The 144 level in the Canadian dollar is a very, very significant level that we've seen many times, between 143 and 144, and we're trading in the middle of that right now at 143.60. That's another one that looks really interesting from a point of view of a market getting ready to have a substantial move. Whether that occurs or not, I don't know. But the one thing I do want to keep you aware of is that, if you've got a 401k and you're heavily involved with mutual funds and stuff like that, for God's sake, protect yourself, because these people that are running that fund don't have any skin in the game. It's not their money. And I know they don't make as much if you lose, but they frankly, when push comes to shove, they don't count votes there. They weigh them, and they have all the weight. So make sure that you protect yourself. We've gone below the August 24th lows now in the New York Stock Exchange Index, folks. I've been saying that for a very long time, that once we did that, we're heading into the abyss. And so you don't want to get caught into this, really bad downdraft that we're looking at. And just taking a look here at the Dow Jones here, look what's happened to the Dow Jones in just the last several weeks. We were up for 12 weeks, okay, and look what's happened. We've given 12% of it back. We're down 12% in just a matter of a few short weeks. 877-927-6648.
Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, host of the Trader's Edge heard daily at TFNN.com and author of Mastering Probability, a daily investment and trading newsletter service that I send out each morning by 8 a.m. My morning newsletter service covers exactly what the markets have been doing since last night's close, providing you with an edge on your trading day ahead. You get actionable trading ideas, including the exact entry, stop, and profit targets. Plus, I'll teach you the patterns and hidden market correlations that will make you a better trader. As a subscriber, you'll gain access to my 90-minute money management workshop, where I'll teach you the secrets that'll save your assets. The bottom line, I've got your back, including a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the type of analysis I provide each trading day by signing up for Mastering Probability today. With nothing to lose, this is an offer you should not pass on. Mastering Probability can be found under Trading Newsletters on the front page of TFNN.com.
Tom O'Brien's weekly gold letter, The Gold Report, gives complete and concise coverage of the entire gold market. Inside, you'll get Tom's commentary on gold, the dollar, the rand, the bond, the XAU, the HUI, and detailed coverage of nearly 25 mining stocks. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock trade. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. With a lifetime of knowledge and almost 12 years of writing his informative weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, Tom O'Brien can provide you with the important market information to help you make better trades in the gold market. Don't let the next bull run in gold pass you by. To get a month-long free trial to The Gold Report, an $85 value, visit the front page of TFNN.com today.
Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Okay, we're back, folks, and we've got a question from Janet. And her question is there a possibility that we are looking at a market that is have a tendency to have a ABCD rally? There's a possibility of that. However, by looking at what's happening now and what happened in 2008, we're very similar. We've broken through major support that we had at 1094. That was yesterday. Last night's low was 1875. We're almost back there again. So this market looks extremely bearish. I don't see it where it has any hope at all. And of course, that's probably the reason to give it hope. But that's what it looks like to me, that we are going to go down, substantially lower. And the problem is, those that are long, it's death by 1,000 cuts. They just don't get out of it, and they don't understand that markets can go lower and stay low for a considerable period of time. When you've got a price objective of Apple at 76 and the rest of the market is looking very, very poorly, that's not a good sign, folks. It's probably the greatest company we've had in a long time, has $180 billion in cash and the greatest products, and it's going down for the year. I mean, that's got to be telling you somebody. Some smart people are selling that puppy. They're not telling you what they're doing, but the smart people are selling. Remember, they can't hide from you. They can give you misinformation. They can give you lie to you and to try to cheat you, but they can't hide from you. So if prices are going down, there's more sellers. If prices are going up, there are more buyers. That's really what you want to, keep in mind when you're doing this. So make sure you protect yourself, because we haven't had any really fear hit this market as of yet. I'm afraid coming into Friday, the last day of the week before a holiday, is going to be, of course, we're closed on Monday. So this could be a real interesting 3 or 4 days that we have happening in here, because we could get, even a bigger washout where we take out the 1830 level in the S&P.
If you're an active trader looking for that extra edge when it comes to trading and investments, then now is a great time to get a 2-week free trial to Tom O'Brien's daily market letter, Market Insights. Tom O'Brien's daily newsletter, Market Insights, comes out every market day at around 9:30 a.m. and provides Tom's daily commentary on the broad market, including the Dow, NASDAQ, and S&P, plus specific trade recommendations. There's even an update published most afternoons to keep you informed about the day's market activity. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock and option trade. With Market Insights, there's nothing left to guessing. For all the details and to get your 2-week free trial to Market Insights started today, visit TFNN.com.